After that disgusting display? After that hideous performance that Kendall put on? No, I'm not okay. Bianca has just suffered another major trauma.
Actually, I thought Bianca handled it very well. And I think that funeral may have brought her some closure.
Jackson, Bianca has been raped. She may never have closure.
Bianca is healing. She said so herself.
Yes, she's healing, and I've seen that she's healing, and that's great. But I still don't trust Kendall.
I think Bianca can handle Kendall. She's a strong young woman.
Yes, she's a strong young woman, but so is Kendall, and Kendall will not rest until she destroys everyone who has been foolish enough to care for her.
Erica's right. Kendall has to be stopped. For once, Erica, you're right. Kendall has got to be stopped.
Well, I am staying out of this conversation.
If you're suggesting that we form an alliance, Greenlee, I don't need you.
An unidentified source characterized the quote-unquote mourners as a who's who of murder.
Honestly, Jack, I just don't know how I'm possibly going to forgive Kendall for this self-serving, disgusting display.
Erica, we both agree that Kendall's spinning out of control. Why not team up and shut her down?
I can think of about 100 reasons why we should not team up and shut her down, as you so crassly put it.
Well, you might not have to count so high.
Maintains she is the legal wife of the deceased. Although inside sources say the quickie Vegas wedding may have never happened. Ms. Hart's outraged and vocal detractors labeled the funeral an elaborate show, leaving many wondering, is the widow Cambius hiding?
Well, that's enough of that. That's enough ganging up on Kendall. She's in enough trouble as it is.
Well, how deep?
If they find out her marriage to Michael Cambius was a fraud, she's the #1 murder suspect.
Well, you're gonna help her, right?
Reggie, she may be beyond help, frankly.
Well, what about you?
Me? What about me?
Well, aren't you gonna help your daughter?
Well, I don't see how I can.
Erica, she's your child.
Yeah, well, that child, Reggie, she just desecrated my mother's burial place. She really flaunted the funeral in all of our faces.
It was over the top, even for Kendall.
And now that she's on the verge of losing everything, that makes her even doubly dangerous.
Whenever she's backed into a corner, she takes no prisoners. She'll come after all of us.
Well, let her come, Greenlee, as long as she leaves Bianca alone.
But we have to plan a counterattack. Whatever Kendall's plotting, we have to be ready.
What is all this we business?
Us against Kendall. She's leaving us no choice.
Oh, come on, Green. Don't you think that's a little bit harsh?
Greenlee, you are just as self-involved as Kendall.
Which is why I understand her. She may be greedy, but she's not stupid. Without that marriage license behind her, she's going to make a play for Ryan. If she gets him to divvy up, she winds up with fusion and enchantment.
Uh-huh. Well, I feel sure that I can make an arrangement with Ryan for enchantment. And as far as that startup company of yours, Fusion, I mean, maybe it's time for it to disappear.
Fusion has passed startup. We're a known success. This is just so you. You take care of yourself and to hell with everyone else.
Oh, I suppose saving your life was nothing?
Excuse me?
That pep talk I gave you in the hospital, I gave you the will to live.
You gave me the will to throttle.
Enough. This is family business. It has nothing to do with you.
Wait a minute. Greenlee is a part of this family. And while it lasted, so was Kendall.
Okay, listen to me. I don't need a lecture from you on family, especially not in front of her.
Don't you think you can come into my home and dismiss my daughter like she doesn't exist?
Oh, right. Defend her.
You're damn right I will.
Yes. Of course you will. Greenlee's a saint. Kendall's misunderstood.
And don't forget Reggie.
Exactly. Hey, you seem to have endless compassion and understanding for everybody except me.
Oh, you know what? Maybe my concussion did knock a screw loose. I was nuts to think that even for a second we could have a temporary truce. She's all yours, Dad.
I know.
Erica, you're supposed to be making peace with Greenlee.
Greenlee, please
Work on
don't
changing
go.
Erica's mind. She's the one who's stuck, not me.
Come on.
Reggie, why don't you go after Greenlee and make sure that she's all right?
You don't have to tell me twice. Good luck.
Okay, you satisfied now?
Excuse me?
You got what you wanted. You got rid of Greenlee. Now, what was so important that you had to clear the room?
Oh, okay. If you're going to use that tone, then I'm out of
what
here.
the hell is your problem, Erica? Greenlee wasn't trying to pick a fight. She was making a genuine appeal to you.
Come on, Jack. The only thing genuine about Greenlee is her selfishness.
Oh, and who does that remind me of, I wonder?
Greenlee is impossible.
I'm sure she thinks the same thing of you.
And I'm sure that you think this is all just precious, don't you? Two grown women endlessly involved in a cat fight.
No, I'll tell you what I think. I think you and Greenlee are more alike than you would ever care to admit.
Oh, those are fighting words, Jackson Montgomery.
You know what? I don't feel like fighting. It's been a hell of a day. So why don't you just tell me what's got you all fired up, huh? Come here. Oh, for Pete's sake, Erica, I'm not gonna bite unless expressly asked. Come on, talk to me, please. Please?
It's Kendall.
Well, that much I gathered.
I mean, I just think that maybe it is possible that she actually married Michael Cambius.
Pray you're right about that.
Jack, I'm not joking.
I'm not either. The forensics experts have narrowed down the time of Michael's death. And if they're right, Michael was dead before Kendall said she married him in Las Vegas.
Oh, my God. How many lies upon lies has Kendall told? Just when do you stop worrying about your children, Jack?
Oh, I think the answer to that, honey, is probably never.
I mean, no matter how much pain Kendall has inflicted, how much damage she's done.
You still can't help worrying about her.
Are the medical examiner's findings, are they accurate? I mean, will the evidence prove that Kendall couldn't possibly have married Michael Cambius when she said she did?
Well, the results will punch enough holes in her alibi, that's for sure, but they're not conclusive. I mean, they don't have enough to charge her, bring her to trial.
Not yet, you mean?
There's no direct physical evidence linking Kendall to Michael's murder.
And if you were defending her?
I'd like to think that I could find an argument that would get her off.
This whole thing is just so convoluted.
Do you think Kendall killed him?
I don't know what to think anymore.
Well, I know this. She needs an airtight alibi. It's something you could use, by the way.
Me?
Yeah, you. This night of passion thing that you and Hayward cooked up, well, it's pretty thin.
No, trust me, David and I are safe. Well, at least Bianca has provided Reggie with an alibi for the night Michael Cambius was murdered. That's great. You know, at least that's two of our children we don't have to worry about.
So I guess it's just Kendall's bad luck that her only alibi is a dead man, huh?
I just wish this would go away, Jack. I mean, what decent human being would even care if Michael Cambius was murdered? I think we should all just be grateful that he's gone. The world is a far better place without him in it, and if one more person who I care about is dragged into this whole thing, I swear, Jack, I don't know how I'm going to get through it.
More good news, I'm sure. Ha! See how right I was? Justin, Derek, don't you two ever go home?
Home? What's that?
Good evening, Derek.
Well, boys, you're here. You may as well come in.
Erica? So, you two planning another wedding or another murder?
You suspect Jack now? Are you really that desperate?
Erica, it's all right. Let me see if I've got this right, gentlemen. Something went missing from the evidence room the night that Cambius disappeared, and you think I know what it is?
I think you took it. Did you, Jack?
How can you even ask that question? I mean, surely you don't believe that Jackson actually murdered
that's
Michael
enough,
Cambius.
Erica, please. Will you calm down?
No, don't tell me to come down, and don't touch me. Now, you get out of here right now. You have no right to come into Jackson's home to accuse him
It's
of murder.
all right.
Nobody's
Erica.
accusing anybody of anything.
Well, it certainly sounded that way to
You're being
me.
awfully protective, Miss Kane. I didn't know you and the DA were still close anymore. Did you know that, Lieutenant? I didn't know that.
Who do you think you are? Obviously, it's not just your hair you let go wild.
Okay. Listen, Eric, I said I would take care of this, okay, please?
How dare you make insinuations about your boss? Well, you wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for Jackson.
Actually, I'd like to know what you're doing here.
Excuse me?
Miss Kane is a guest in my home, McCoy. Watch your tone of voice. You understand me?
What happened to you, Derek? I really expected more when you became the acting police chief. I mean, are you so desperate to make a case that you will just target everybody you know? Come on, when is this going to end?
When we find Cambius's killer.
Then go. You won't find him here.
Okay, that's enough, Erica. Now, you gotta get a hold of yourself right now, please.
Jack, I can't stay
Just
quiet when you're falsely accusing you.
listen to me. You're not helping anyone. Just let me take care of this my way, okay?
Okay, fine.
If you could just outline your activities on the night that Cambius disappeared.
Well, you know where he was. He was with Greenlee. She told you that at the hospital.
No, that's not true. Erica, you promised.
But it is true, Jack. I was there. I heard her tell you.
No, I was not with Greenlee that night. I'm not going to use my daughter as my alibi.
Using Greenlee? You were with Greenlee all evening.
No, I wasn't.
Your daughter lied to the police in the course of a murder investigation?
My daughter was in a serious accident. She suffered a concussion, memory loss. She was confused, that's all.
So you didn't feel the need to clarify her remarks until right now?
I would like to speak with Jackson alone now.
Derek, will you give us a minute, please?
Oh, so this is what it's like when we deal with celebrities. Don't ask another favor. It's okay, Justin.
Jackson, what's wrong with you? You're the one who's confused. You need Greenlee's
No,
alibi.
I am not involved in Greenlee in all this mess. Erica, I don't need an alibi. I don't need to lie. Sorry about that.
You know, I think you know, Jack, I'm trying to be civil. We both are.
You know, Justin, I remember the first day you came to work for me. You warned me that you were going to go after my job. Is this you making good on your word, son?
Jack, there is nothing personal here.
Well, I'm awful glad to hear that. You know, gentlemen, if you want to do this right, we should go down to the police station where you can question me in private, huh? What do you think?
Jack, no. I mean, that's so public.
Erica.
Think of Bianca.
I know what I'm doing.
Come on, Jack. You know the drill.
Jack, good luck.